You're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
We took it to the one side! Yeah! We Pittsburgh strong! Yeah! Let's get it, baby! A one, a two, three, go!
Tonight is a battle for first place in the ACC Coastal Division on these historic grounds.
A big opportunity for the Panthers. See who wants it more. Early on in this game, the weather is definitely going to be a factor. There's no way around it.
Between the whistles, though.
You gotta be patient, play both ways.
Hit him in the mouth for 60 minutes. It's what's going to come down to.
If you want to win the Coastal Division, obviously with 3 road games left, you got to start somewhere. So why not start now?
Perkins, he's going to be hit for a loss back at the 20-yard line. Complete, roaring upfield with that football still on his feet, and that's Aaron Matthews.
Pat Narduzzi goes for it on 4th down and 1 and gets kind of why he fits Pitt, tough nose. Here's Darren Hall getting his first carry, and it's a good one. Inside the 20, goodbye, touchdown, Darren Hall.
Dane Jackson sees the catch made by Butts and just steals it from him.
Come on, big dog. It's going to come down to blocking and tackling. Who's more physical?
He's going to be hit and sacked hard back inside the 30-yard line.
We're down by 3. We're on the road, and we get this win. Everybody got it?
It's a great play by Pickett, getting out of trouble, and that's a horse collar all day long.
All right, take advantage.
And how about this block by big George Aston at fullback? He's been blowing dudes up all night, and everyone thinks he'll have a future in the NFL.
Running through there to the 15, 10, 5, down to the 3-yard line comes Darren Hall.
8 minutes taken off the clock by these Panthers.
Hall gets the call, burst through, touchdown Panthers, and the Panthers leapfrog into the lead.
Great backs follow their fullbacks.
Perkins wants to throw, has time, now he wants to run, he's hit, and down at the 25-yard line.
Perkins on the draw, nowhere to go, smothered.
Let's go, Pitt! Let's go, Pitt!
Pat Narduzzi has consistently believed in his players. That's the difference for Pitt right now.
Hall gets the call, finds a crack, and he's on his way. Hall at the 50, Hall at the 40, Hall at the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10. Darren Hall, touchdown, 75 yards, unbelievable. Pocket collapses. He's going to be hit and dragged down on the sack by Dwayne Hendricks, who's having a whale of a game.
Let's go. Love these boys, man.
How about that? Alex Kessman does it again.
Being chased, hit and sacked back inside the 25. He's going to go for it on 4th and 17. Gets a shotgun snap, big rush, sidesteps it, throws it long down the field, and that pass will be almost intercepted. And ball goes over on downs, and the Panthers have achieved an upset over Virginia. Final score, Pitt 23, the Cavs 13.
Check that one off.
It starts as a game, a gathering of friends. And slowly, as some begin to sit back, others stand out. The joy of playing turns to passion. And as the skills develop, so do the minds. And they begin to seek challenges, peers, and mentors to further their abilities and opportunities. The love and passion becomes a thirst For people in a place
We make history today in Pittsburgh.
that will embrace and push. A hunger for excellence.
A touchdown!
And to be in and among champions. These are the dreamers, scholars, leaders. These are the guides, teachers, mentors. And this is the opportunity, the challenge, the place. This is Pitt Beyond the Script.
This week on Pitt Beyond the Script, a Friday night battle with another top 25 ACC rival. We'll sit down and recap the victory with Coach Narduzzi, plus a look ahead to the Panthers' final home game of the season versus Virginia Tech. And the season for another group of Panthers kicks off, Coach Keith Gavin and Pitt Wrestling. We'll get to know the team as they get to know the city. This week on Pitt Beyond the Script.
What a phenomenal world we live in, where the impossible is anything but. No matter the game, we are always playing for Pittsburgh. On the biggest stages, amplifying the quietest voices, leveraging knowledge for society's gain, the builders of the future. We empower minds. We ignite fire and soar higher. Hail to Pitt.
No other industry is changing as rapidly as healthcare. What's needed are leaders. The University of Pittsburgh Joseph M. Katz Graduate School of Business, in partnership with UPMC, offers an executive MBA that focuses on healthcare. The 19-month hands-on program is taught by world-class faculty from Katz and UPMC. It's designed for experienced healthcare professionals seeking to transform the industry. To learn more, visit emba.pitt.edu.
Hey Pitt fans, how you doing? It's Malik Ellison here. We've been working all summer, all fall, preparing for a great season this year. We really need you guys to come out and support us. Our first home opener games, Friday, Monday, and Thursday. Hope to see you guys there.
Make it happen, guys. Execute and focus, okay?
Hello and welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script. Alongside head coach Pat Narduzzi, I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Let's jump right into another terrific victory for your Panthers. And during your weekly press conference, you talked about the team's toughness and resilience in beating a ranked Virginia team on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I think toughness was written all over that game, from the weather all the way to, all the hitting that went on in that game, the running and stopping the run.
Charged up from behind, and he is swung down inside the 15-yard line. And fifth sack tonight for the Pitt defense.
I told our kids Sunday night that if I got 150 text messages after the game, included in half of those was the word tough or toughness or some physical word. And when you get a phone call from a couple NFL guys saying, hey, I watched your game, you were tough, you out-toughed them, then, that kind of shows you that we kind of a tough football team. So I'm excited for where our kids are and what they did that, but we'll move on to the next one because we got a big one coming up.
And now here's Darren Hall getting his first carry, and it's a good one. Inside the 20, goodbye, touchdown, Darren Hall.
Beginning of a great game for Darren Hall as he rips off the long touchdown run to give you guys an early lead.
Yeah, Darren Hall, he just comes on. It seems like every year about this time. Olson's had a great year so far, and Darren Hall has well. So you got two-headed monster in the backfield, and we'll find out which one's going to go this week.
You want to get some momentum going. How tough is it when they come right back with a one-play drive?
It's tough, but it's not as tough. It'd be different if you flat got beat because physically you couldn't do it. I mean, it was a busted coverage, which drives you nuts. They made the right check. They didn't execute the check, and it cost you a touchdown.
You talk about toughness and resilience. I don't know if there was a better example of that than that long drive you had that took up 8 minutes and 40 seconds, 15 plays, 84 yards, and you guys were able to punch it into the end zone.
No doubt about it. I mean, that's offense football right there, and that's what we're good at is running the football and eating up the clock and going for it on fourth down whenever we need to keep the drive going.
8 minutes taken off the clock by these Panthers. 15th play now. Darren Hall with his second rushing touchdown of the night.
Those are impressive drives. I love that. With 7 minutes left to go in the game, I'm like, hey, let's go. It's time to go. Let's have a 7-minute drive. Defense shouldn't have to step back on the field. There's nothing makes a defense coordinator happier than that.
You talk about momentum. Does that go into your decision? And confidence in your team certainly does. And the announcers were talking about that during the football game, how much confidence you have in your team. But going for it on 4th down, you know that if you get it, it's going to give your team another jolt.
Yeah, I mean, there's, you got 10 yards, you got to get it each time. They give you 4 downs to get it, and you got to take some calculated risks at time. I talked to our football team going into that game that we all need to go out and play to win. We're not playing not to lose. We're playing to win, and I think it goes with being aggressive on 4th down. I mean, I was this far away from punting that football, and I got the O-line looking at me like, "Let's go, coach." And I'm like, "Hey, let's go. We're playing to win," and that's what we did.
Pat Narduzzi, he's Pitt. He's tough.
Kenny Pickett plunging ahead, and Pitt is able to move the chains again on 4th down.
That could be a huge moment for this team to have a coach believe in you that much.
Fantastic. Now, they score, and it's you this time who gets the one-play drive as Darren Hall goes 75 yards for the score.
Yeah, that was blocked perfectly. Again, another halftime adjustment by our offense with the play we ran, the formation we ran, the whole 9 yards, and just perfectly executed by the offense, and that's a good halftime adjustment.
Aston opens up that hole, but it's the right side of that offensive line, collapsing the Virginia defense.
And Darren Hall, the Walter Camp Offensive Player of the Week. Always nice to see your guys getting rewarded for their outstanding performance.
No doubt about it. There's not many of those go out, and especially on a Friday game as opposed to all the games that are happening on a Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So that's a great honor to get the Walter Camp and maybe even some ACC honors this week too.
You talk about confidence in your team. Alex Kessman, again, late in the game, a long field goal. If he misses that field goal, you give him great field position, a chance to come down and tie 53 yards in the rain. He boots another one. You've had confidence in him, and he has come through so often this season.
Yeah, with our pregame, we always, we kind of go through where they can kick it from, and really we were 3 yards deeper than we wanted to be. We thought going that direction, the 50-yarder would be the max. And I didn't want to punt it. It was too long to go for it on 4th down. It wasn't 4th and 1. Otherwise, we'd have gone for probably 4th and 2 or less.
He's got 3 of the 4 longest field goals on the season in college football. How about that? Alex Kessman does it again. And Pitt now leads by 10.
Kessman, we've got a lot of confidence in him. I was glad to see him get a long one on the road because he had yet to hit one on the road this season, so that was his first road field goal. But it was good for him to get that, and we have confidence in him. He's a tool, he's a weapon, and we've got to use him.
Oh, the Panthers back home now. Another big game there. The Coastal Division leaders. We'll talk about Virginia Tech and that matchup coming up. We continue on Pitt Beyond the Script right after this. Don't go away. Pitt Beyond the Script will return right after this.
Around the same time that I started nursing school, I started to get involved with search and rescue. Fell in love with the whole concept of tracking and increasing awareness and just survival skills. I became a member of Pennsylvania 1 Disaster Medical Assistance Team. It's the idea of seeing the unusual. Whether I'm working in the ER for a patient, whether I'm in Haiti speaking to somebody through a translator or traipsing through the woods or through the city looking for somebody, it's the same. I'm trying to impact a person's life. And look for a chest rub. With students, to teach them that nursing is this marvelous science is just amazing.
Everybody do?
So something that I teach in my disaster class is the whole concept of having the right attitude when you're dealing with a disaster and increasing a person's awareness. We teach them that as they get better and better as nurses, they're going to develop gut feelings and to pay attention to those gut feelings. And that's the attitude, that's the level of awareness that I'm talking about in my class. To be a little bit further up, you got to find 2 other people.
Yeah.
Okay. I want them to learn. So this is not your normal nursing class. And when they dress up in full decon gear and start dragging a patient through the hallway, we get a lot of strange looks. Yeah, it's really quite fun.
Hey Panther Nation. Our team is having a great season this far. We're ranked 10th, 25-1, and atop the ACC.
And we want to share this special season with you.
So come support this Sunday versus Duke at 1 p.m. and stay after for a celebration of our senior class.
And thank you so much to all of our fans, and please join us to make this season special.
See you at the game! Hail the Pitt!
Running is a very physically demanding sport. You have to push your body to full capacity for like the longest amount of time. And mentally, probably more mental than it is physically.
It's all about hard work, discipline, sacrifice. It's a sport that you really have to be committed to if you want to be really great.
To me, it's a lot like just life in general. You have the challenges, you have days where you don't want to get up and do things. You have to adapt to the environment, whether it's cold, hot, windy, rainy, snowy, whatever it might be. And so there's times where, it's tough.
What you put into it, you're going to get out of it. So if you put hard work into track and field, you're going to get a lot out of it. If you put hard work into your life and your everyday existence, you're going to get a lot of things out of it. So there's a direct correlation.
When you're out there running a workout next to each other, knowing that you're pushing your body to the absolute max and your teammate is also doing the same for you, you have a higher understanding for each other and there's a greater bond between each other.
Our kids really care about each other. They work hard. And what we put them through during the workouts in cross country and track and field, you're going to need somebody to lean on. The thing I try to get across to everybody, and the thing that I try to stress to our student athletes, that we're a blue-collar team, and I think we're the essence of Pittsburgh.
My favorite part about running is getting to compete, getting to line up against people and knowing that you've outworked them and getting the chance to see what you have against them.
I was fortunate to inherit a group that is very good academically, athletically, but personally, they're great kids. I think they're really on the edge of just doing great things. And it's just getting that confidence up, getting them to believe that, man, they are as good as I think they are, as the university thinks they are.
P-I-T-T! P-I-T-T!
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script. The Panthers right now with a 5-4 record. A win gets you bowl eligibility. Do you talk about bowl eligibility? You talked at the beginning of the year about winning the ACC. Do you talk about bowl eligibility? Is that a signpost along the way to where you getting to where you want to get to?
We don't talk about that. At the beginning of the year, everybody's got that goal. I don't think there's a team in the country that doesn't want to win a conference championship. But we've talked about it, back in the summer, back in winter conditioning, back in fall camp. But, since the season started, we really haven't talked about an ACC championship. We've talked about, just winning, that week. And that's kind of where we are still. I mean, we break down every week about, beating Virginia Tech this week. That'll be our breakdown. And, we need to beat Tech, but try not to talk about that stuff. It doesn't matter. It's just really going to, really be a distraction as far as what our ultimate goal is, to just be 1-0 this week.
It's been such a long climb to get to the top of the Coastal Division. We've talked about this in the past. You can't stop the kids from paying attention to things, but it would seem that this would be a week where you really have to make sure that, look, the job's not done. You've gotten to the top of the Coastal Division. You're there alone, but they also must see that what a win against Virginia Tech can do for them.
Yeah, I think they all know that, so I don't need to mention it. My job as a head coach is to get them ready to play that football game, and I'm not going to fail them. We're going to be prepared. We're going to be ready for that game, and we're going to try to have a great week of practice to the point where they can't focus on anything but what we're doing. You
said in your weekly press conference your team's going to play angry this week. You still remember what happened last year in Blacksburg, particularly with the 4 chances from the 1. So that should get their attention too, I would think.
Yeah, I'm not one to remember wins. I'll forget this Virginia win. I forgot it already, forgot what happened, how we won it. But you don't forget the losses, unfortunately. That's a bad thing about this sport of football. I don't forget the Virginia Tech game down there last year, and I don't forget the one we had the year before here at home when they threw a bunch of fade balls on us. So we'll work the back shoulder fade. We'll work it all. I mean, we don't forget.
They lost Josh Jackson, their outstanding quarterback. They've got a new quarterback. Well, more of a thrower, it seems. How do you get ready for him?
Yeah, well, I mean, just like we do any week. I mean, Willis is a thrower, but they will run the football with him, but he's not as dynamic a runner, but he is a fabulous thrower. He can pass the ball. He knows where to go with the football, and you know, they'll run a lot of screens, but he's very accurate with what he'll do with the football.
Hail the heroes in Senior Day. What do those things mean to you?
Yeah, Senior Day is a big day. There's been a lot of sacrifices out of these football players, their families, all their support systems of putting effort into having a job as a football player here at the University of Pittsburgh. Academically, we know they're going to graduate. We know there's a lot of work to go in to winning football games. But our kids, you know, have earned that day. It'll be an emotional day for everybody involved, for the coaches. You know, you coach these guys for 4 years. You know, it's going to be sad to see some of these guys play their last game at Heinz Field. I know it'll be sad for the parents. We'll have all the parents with us on Friday night at the hotel, kind of having a meeting with them, bringing them in with our football team in the evening. So it'll be a special day. And then hail to heroes. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of heroes besides, you know, football players out there. And what the military has done for this country and what it does for us daily is something that we'll never forget either.
Well, you said you don't remember those victories. We'll remind you that the Panthers defeat Virginia, first place in the Coastal Division. Big game coming up, 3:30 this Saturday at Heinz Field against Virginia Tech. Good luck, Coach. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
All right, stick around. We have more coming on Pitt Beyond the Script right after this.
To be a leader in business, you need a global perspective. The strength and the reputation of the University of Pittsburgh Joseph M. Katz Graduate School of Business gives you a world of opportunity. Our Executive MBA Worldwide program is tailored to the unique needs of high-level business executives. The hands-on program will advance your career and your global network as you study on campus and abroad. Be ready to lead in a global world. Be Katz ready.
What a phenomenal world we live in, where the impossible is anything but. No matter the game, we are always playing for Pittsburgh. On the biggest stages, amplifying the quietest voices, leveraging knowledge for society's gain, the builders of the future. We empower minds. We ignite fire and soar higher. Hail to Pitt.
Hey guys, this is Cassidy Walsh. I'm here at the Peterson Event Center. We have some upcoming games, one on Friday, next one against Youngstown State, and the last one against Cincinnati. We'd love to see you here. And you're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
We're a small team, you know, so it's a pretty physically and mentally demanding sport, so I think you go through a lot with each other, you know, and I think that family concept, I guess, just kind of naturally happens. But also, too, for us, I mean, we're in a really good area for wrestling in the Pittsburgh area. Pennsylvania, Ohio, the states that surround us are very good in wrestling. So a lot of our guys on the team and a lot of kids we're recruiting know each other from growing up together through the sport. So when they get here, it's not like, you know, it doesn't take long to develop that, you know, and I think that's one of our biggest advantages in recruiting is that you can kind of really hit the ground running here because you're comfortable.
Team one. Oh, yeah. Team Pittsburgh out here. Woo! About to win this amazing race. Let's go, baby, number one.
They ain't ready for us out here, I'm telling you. We're number one out here, bro.
We're going to win this, baby. Take it all, baby. We're going to take it all.
Let's go! So these will be your clues. You will run and ride buses only. It should be fun, but I want it to be a race, all right? Here we go. Go!
Let's go, 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 go. Ah! Yo, LJ, how's it feel being behind me, little boy? Amazing race, baby. Let's go, let's go.
We just got the first clue. Out here, we're gonna make a foul shot. Take this, take this.
Yeah, put some basketball for wrestlers. This is gonna be fun.
Come on! Come on!
Come on, Nino! One of these is gonna make it.
Give me a countdown, give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
What's up? What's up?
Right.
staple of our campus. It was built in 1937.
We're going to the cathedral. Our team's #1 and we're in first place, baby. Let's go.
We might be moving behind right now. We're coming back. Let's go, boys.
We're not the best runners. I mean, we're kind of far behind.
We're gonna keep.
I love sweating a lot. Yeah, sweat's good.
I'm dying right now.
Pushing it right now.
Sweat. Oh, we taking this home for sure.
Take off.
16, Torrell. The water feature marks the point.
Oh, this water feature marks the point.
Yeah, tripping.
Okay, Murray, what's up?
61A passed us right by. They told the bus driver, oh, don't stop. 61D picked us up, though. Isn't that right? Thank you, sir.
Sucks to suck, bro.
Hey!
Just out here running. No breaks. No champions. Got that lead. We'll catch you when we get to the point. Peace out.
Let's go, baby. Team Pittsburgh.
Name and locate the 3 rivers that meet here at the point.
Ohio, Allegheny, Monongahela.
Got it.
Okay. Allegheny. Bro, with the Ohio League is Allegheny.
Got it.
This is where my team passes yours. Sorry, boy. Let's go. I think we ran to the wrong incline. Now we're probably in last. Don't even know where we're going.
Right now, we're lost. We even got people hitchhiking. We took the wrong way. We tried to go to that incline over there, but that's the wrong one. Finally made it to the right incline. The losing team. Say hello to our page. We just met these people.
We're in a situation where we were up by 5 in the quarterfinals. Went to the wrong incline, got headlocked. The ref called the pit, so we're the losers bracket right now. So we'll take it one clue, one match at a time, and try and win this. Let's go, baby. We almost there. We almost there. Good old UPMC. Where we going now?
I don't know how much longer I can do this. Like, I put on my Uber app at least 3 times, but the show must go on.
They sleeping on us right now. We about to win this thing.
No one expected us.
Team 5 went out there today, just worked hard, got that honest W.
All you can do is trust the process. That's what we did. And honestly, we just finessed, really.
Surprised we got second, so I am disappointed.
If you're not first, you're last. Effort, first place. We were the people's champs. The actual places need to be disclosed at this time.
It was tough. We started with 6.
Started out fun, went downhill.
I don't know where they are. They're lost somewhere.
Some of that, yeah. Hey, cut.
Thank you for watching Pitt Beyond the Script.